doing us basically. Yeah. So what's going on? What's going on in Kampala? What's going on in Dubai? What's going on in South Africa? Chichechigenda Maso, Abenabugabo, Karugabe Julius. I realized I have so many fans from Western Uganda as well as Northwestern Uganda. So shout outs to all the people in Arua, shout outs to all the people in Barara, Kabale, and I have so many fans in Bari, Nakapiripit, not to mention, basically we are everywhere. We're now mentioning Tulye, Douglas, what's happening? Douglas Legend, UG, Lawrence Musoni, Mr. Sesetula. You're looking cool, bro. Thank you, man. That's a family disease. For what blood they were twalwala. Kubeiranga buli sawa gwesaze ngo tukula. Tosobola kubeerawo ne bw'otry ng'okwambala ekisiimula ekyo kibeera kyakabi obulwadde bwe tulina. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. So, one of the things that I want to talk about is when you're shining your light, do not be ashamed. Bw'obeera ng'olina ky'okola nga gw'omanyi nti kituufu. Do not be ashamed of blowing your own horn. You get me? There's nothing wrong with recognizing your strengths, with bigging up yourself, because in hip-hop, ekitufuula abakabi to go through tough situations is because you're your own cheerleader. Basically, barapa, obeera cheerleader wo. You should become your own fan first. And this is a lesson to everybody who wants to follow their dreams. If you want to get through anything, from everybody from family to your abakusinga emyaka to even people around you, people will try to talk down on your dreams all the time. But the only thing that will protect your dreams is if you develop bw'oteekamu ekintu kya self-love. Kyobola nti no buli rap abeera n'ekyo ekintu nti when you talk about GNL says I'm the greatest of all time, greatness of no limit, as in there's no limit to anything I can do. So that's the strength that's going to carry you forward. But otherwise, if you just listen to other people, you soak it in, you will not progress. They will literally try to break you down. They'll try to break you down through every angle because abantu abasinga nebabeeranga bakwagala, even if they love you, they cannot understand your dreams the way you understand them. They cannot completely understand you as a human being. They cannot understand you as a creative or see where you're trying to go. So self-love is the very, very first step to anybody ever trying to achieve their dream. I totally believe that. From that, I think I found a solution for my brother because we're failing to connect when from in a statement one Muganda wangona. The sun is not bothered by over planet Zaka or what is Zaka. The sun just shines. So in everything that you do, just try to be the sun. The sun does not care whether Jupiter enyize. The sun does not care whether kusaidia earth tebafunye musana. As long as it shines, its job is to shine. Get inspiration from just being the sun. Just be inspired by just being the sun. I mean, just be inspired by that because the sun shines 365 days in a year. Omusana go gubera gwako. Omusana tegufaayo oba Pluto tekyali planet. Omusana tegufaayo oba ebintu tebikyali mu Milky Way. Basically omusana go guyimirira buyibirizi mu makkati ne gukola ebintu byago ne gu blessing everybody. So Troy, what's up, brother?
That's good, bro.
So right now you're on speaker.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is probably just get our whole interview because I've tried connecting with you on my Instagram as well and just having issues.
Okay.
So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put your picture. We're going to do the interview through audio,
Okay.
and probably I'll get your picture and then we'll insert it somewhere. You'll edit it the way that you want to. But we have to move on and utilize the time and the opportunity that the universe has given us to connect, basically.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Right. That's good.
So which songs were you playing earlier before we went online?
I was playing Dear Hip Hop because it's one of your latest projects.
Yay, Dear Hip Hop and Kume singer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I threw in a little Machoni with the let radio.
Oh man, yeah, memories, man. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a great memories down there. So yeah, I was just trying to take them back in time and remind them of the good times when the man was still in Kampala from Uganda. And yeah, it's just a vibe. Mr. Lupiazitta. What does that mean?
So Lupiazitta is actually my dad's name. You know, my dad na musajja wa masape. Like So here's what's funny. Sibi akwe one. I'm not trying to. So the name Nsimbi is literally my great father's name. It's one of those very old Chiganda names. And Nsimbi is basically this. Right now I'm wearing a bracelet which has a cowrie shell on it, right?
Cowrie shell.
So Nsimbi is basically something which is of the sea and it is also of land. So the Nsimbi has existed from Lake Nalubale and also in Lake Nalubale and also has existed on land. You'll find it in China. You'll find it in India. You'll find it in North America and among indigenous tribes. Basically, when we were looking for something that connects all of humanity, the name Nsimbi, which is also my real name, became our family name and even the brand name right now. So we have a second brand called Nsimbi. So,
and if I remember,
yes.
was a currency.
Yeah, because it's very valuable. So it's a very central bead. It's a very central bead in a very central piece of equipment in basically all traditional societies. They will use it to decorate themselves. They use it in coronation ceremonies. So when you're looking for something that connects your people, and if you want to live in your truth, basically, then Nsimbi is where it all has to start. Because my music right now is all about living in my truth and also representing my people to the fullest. So how can I represent my people to the fullest if I'm being fake or if I'm trying out somebody else's stuff? So Nsimbi became the name. Now Lupiazitta. So Lupia, I remember the story that I was told. My grandfather had a coffee farm, right?
Okay.
And on this coffee farm, the guys who had bought his coffee forgot to pay him, right?
Yeah.
So he was loaded. He was kind of loaded, but he chased down a coffee tree, a coffee truck, like going through bushes and going through banana plantations and going through like a forest. And everybody on the village was like, what the is going on? Omusajja chichi. So yeah, omusajja agala sente ze kati batutemwanyize nga nyingi nnyo nebeerabidde okubukwasa sente ze. So he ran, grabbed people's bicycles. So there was like commotion on the whole villa. And omanyi Abaganda batera okutuuma amannya through Baganda tell sometimes give you a name out of the story. So when people were talking among themselves, bagamba ki omusajja leero Nsimbi Tulye abadde ki? And they were like because nga balaba omusajja adduka like so they named him Lupiazitta because old money balinga bazita Lupia okitegeera rupees as in rupees. And they were like, okay, money sent it sobola okutta omuntu Lupiazitta, then became the name that the people used to give him. So the other name Tulye is also my grandfather's name. Tulye means let's eat. So it's funny that when I organize all of my names in one statement, it's Nsimbi Tulye Lupiazitta. You get me? Which means let's eat this money. Let's eat this money because money at the end of the day. Yeah, there's a moral to the story in this. So you can also see that swag is in my bloodline, basically. So what we don't boza chengamba ntino Chapa ku buli continent, Mr. Content, owa Baboon Forest Entertainment, Nsimbi Tulye Lupiazitta ekintu kiggwera mu buwumbi ku bank statement. So basically, I think that's self-explanatory. Chapa ku buli continent to me means global domination. Yeah, we were put on this earth to be the best that we can be. So when I say greatness of no limit, I'm not only talking about ngenda kubera wakabi mu Kampala wokka. It has taken me time to plan out the things that I want to do. Basically, if twagala nsi yonna yaffe, and it's not only just for me, but I want that message for all the young people, all my people online who are watching me on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram right now. I want all my people to know that we shouldn't think small. There's a big world out there that's for us to conquer. But our great grandfathers Baganda have a saying where they say, okutambula kulaba okudda kunyumya. So bajjajja baffe baatabalanga. Okutabala meant like going all over the place and then coming back with these amazing stories. Ne Uganda tukyalina eno mentality mbu omuntu asigala just in one place. We still have the mentality of once you conquer the pond, stay in the pond. No, once you conquer a kingdom, build an empire. You get me? So for me, I got to a place where the kingdom was so small for me. I needed to build an empire. I needed to grow. But to most people, it's very challenging, or they doubt their ability, or they can't play in the oceans, so they don't see it the way I see it. But we'll see in the end. Troy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the question, bro. This is your interview.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we're just making a quick introduction and let the people know that those statements have meaning to them. It's not just Java continent. Sometimes people just get the lyrics but they don't know what to interpret the lyrics.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, that's basically what I wanted the audience to know about Lupiazitta, Nsimbi, and yeah, the background of where greatness, no limits come from. And before I take you back in time, I just wanted to talk about your project that is running right now, the Dear Hip Hop project. And you had a challenge that was ongoing.
Yeah.
And I figured out you already got a winner. That's Kadapa.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to find out the initiative of the Dear Hip Hop challenge. And actually, let's start from why the lyrics, the meaning of the song to you, Dear Hip Hop. What does it mean to you before we go to the challenge?
Oh man, that's such a very beautiful question. That's a very nice question. So Dear Hip Hop, I sat down and I thought about how I could reintroduce myself back to Uganda, right? And there is wisdom in the saying that in order to know where you're going, you need to know where you're from, right? So I already have an album, a brilliant album that I know my people are going to love. The album that's going to take us globally, international. That album is there, you get me? But before giving people the album of where we are going, I needed a song to bridge the gap because I haven't been in Uganda for some time. I've just been dropping freestyles here and there, like the Waiki Bender remix, what's it? Vibranium freestyle, yours sincerely. So I am a storyteller. So in Uganda, nobody has ever told a hip hop story like that. Nobody has ever told the story about their relationship with the girl that we fell in love with. So to me, I love hip hop so much. That's why when a person insults a girl or a woman that you love, you often defend, right? When a person, when someone attacks your mother or people that you love, it's only natural for somebody to come through and defend. So for a while, I've been seeing that people. I'm sorry to say this, Nate, but now Uganda tutandise okuwungutuka in Luganda is okay. Let me put it this way. Have you? Let me give you an example. Have you ever seen what alcohol does to people? Yeah, so drinking alcohol, we all drink alcohol. You could go to a bar and probably drink a bottle of wine, drink like 7 beers, and you're fine. You go back, sleep it off, go to work, and feed your family, right? But okuwungutuka means the people that can wake up like at 8 a.m., right? And the very first thing they do is go to the bar, right? And then they forget that life still has other things that you have to do. Basically, you have to feed the family. You have to plan for your own growth, plan for your own retirement, and do all these other things. Can't you forget all your responsibilities and you spend all the time just laughing, dancing, and you think that that's the only thing that life is going to do, that life is going to be about. So in hip hop, the way that I've been seeing the challenge that most young artists are facing, and the challenge, but what's sad is that also the media and the bloggers don't get this, is that they think every song should be danced to. Every song shouldn't be danced to. Not every song is to be danced to. Some of the most inspirational songs you'll find are not for dancing to. You'll find songs which are just about inspiring, making your brain grow. So obongo, because so much people the only songs that go in the West. They are not feeding their brains enough. That's why you see people are not appreciating lyricism enough. You get me? So the country is starting to raise a generation of abantu abatandise okuwungutuka, and we have very, very intelligent young people. So the onus is on us to set the situation straight, because at the end of the day, if you have a generation of people abalowooza nti everything is just about kuzina mazina, and you don't feed your brain and you don't feed your heart, there are three very important things. You need your West for enjoyment. Basically, all of us need to enjoy. That's why I did songs like Chikankane. We have to enjoy and have fun. You have to have fun. But you also need to feed your brain and you need to feed your heart. If you don't have music that feeds the heart, that's when you begin having a society which just dwells on hatred. You get me? If you don't feed your brain, you're never going to innovate. You're never going to create new things in life. You just become sheep instead. Yeah, you can never. Yeah, I want you to observe. Let me ask you a question. Like right now, we are having an interview, right?
Yeah.
So, would we be having this? Are we playing music in the background that all of us are dancing, or are we having a constructive conversation?
We're having a constructive conversation.
Yeah. So basically, I look at music as music. I look at music as a album. An album must have songs that feed the brain, that feed the heart, and songs that feed your feet, basically. The feet, which what okuda one. See, that's for dancing. And we Africans love to dance. That's very, very accepted. But remember that life is 360. Life is not just one aspect. And then
one angle.
Yeah, and I think there was a gentleman who loved us so much, right? Yalinga Kola Kusanyu. He was called Timothy. He was a very wonderful gentleman, but even through his loving us, he was mistaken in his love. That every time we used to take hip hop songs to him, yeah, he would say, "Name one, lwaki temukubira ku ngoma nga ngoni? Okitegeera? Lwaki temuzina nga ngoni? Why don't you rap like Ragadi? Why don't you rap like Ngoni?" But if we had taken his advice of muzinire ku ngoma nga ngoni, there wouldn't have been songs like Story ya Luka that have saved people's lives, young people's lives. Do you get the point?
True.
So
because you cannot be like someone else, you have to be.
You cannot even be like anybody else. Songs like Story ya Luka, people I've got Ministry of Health, I've got awards just off writing the lyrics of that song, because people at the end of the day, before they sleep without a condom, they remember what happened to Luka, and they say, it's a song that literally saves somebody's life. So, actually, those are the easiest songs to do because they don't take brain power to make. I made Chikankane in 5 minutes from the bathroom. The moment I left the bathroom, I went to Benon and recorded. Easy. I just thought about a woman's buttocks. I was like, okay, GNL, you love buttocks, you love women's, the shape of women's behinds. What usually I love seeing in a club? I love seeing women twerk. So there goes the song, Chikankane. You get me? It's very easy. You don't have to put any thought to it. So usually people who have very little brain power, it's easy to make a commercial song. But I want to also, and that's fine, let people do them, but let's also encourage intelligent young people. Let's not discourage the ones that are intelligent, that fall in love with lyrics, right?
There's what they call balancing life.
There's what they call balancing life. You can make music which has dancing, you can make music which has a vibe. The vibe feeds the soul, it feeds the heart. Then you have songs that feed the mind. That's why you see hip hop is very, very, very bright. If you look at let's even leave hip hop alone. Let's go to reggae. Reggae, you have dancehall. You get me? Dancehall is for the dancehall or chikuba. You get me? Mali mukwate simu yonga buli muntu. The whole club is lit. Message kwate simu. You're in a dancehall. Basically, you love that. I did that. Yes, but then you have people like Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, who feed your heart. You're vibing to you're on a positive vibration. You get me?
You're enjoying the music, but at the same time you're reflecting.
Yes, brother. So and yet
he's trying to explain himself.
And then after that, you have the people that feed your mind. You have people like Mutabaruka, who just do poetry, and this is all in Jamaica. People think Jamaica is all about dance music, but there's beautiful poetry that comes from Jamaica. There are vibes that feed the heart and inspire a positive society that comes from Jamaica. There's dancehall music in Jamaica. So I've told you 3 things that can come from Jamaica. I mean, the problem isn't just even 1 artist or 2 artists or 10 artists. The producers, the managers, the radio presenters and bloggers, and then you begin asking, does Uganda have only 1 music genre? So what happens to Isaiah Katumwa? Doesn't Isaiah Katumwa make money? You get me? Don't people who play acoustic music so should Maurice Chiria, Isaiah Katumwa, I don't know, but the poets of George the Poet is a very wonderful UK poet who comes from Uganda, world renowned. Yaline kumbaga yaba royals waneno mu UK. Mbukati na yasirike olwokubanga buli omu anyumira bi music bya kuzina byoka. I love dancing, but man, the world is bigger than just a dance floor. Abantu batanse kuwungutuka kwesiriwaza. Yeah, man. So and the other and so the last example before we get to the next question. In the world, while you music, there's what they call classical music, right? Classical music is basically music where people enjoy a performance and then they clap at the end. Nti waliwo balinga bakuba orchestra, mulimu zi violin, mulimu zi cello, mulimu zi trumpets, mulimu chi, basically a horn section, string section, nebichi. Then at the end of the day, people clap at the end because they appreciate the quality of the performance, right? But in Uganda, we think that music doesn't make money, but the sad news is that music makes 12 times the money that dance music can ever make. The other fact is that so besides money is orchestra, this thing is a chidula. They botunulira net worth if you look at the net worth of the richest rapper right now, abakuba hip hop music, if you look at let's go by net worth alone. Botunulira net worth ya Jay-Z, net worth ya Kanye West, Tugendere ku baavu abali mu hip hop bano ba Talib Kweli ba Mos Def ba KRS-One, no disrespect. Naye nabo ba Mos Def bali mu milioni zaabwe 15 bano ba Wiz Khalifa bali mu 22. So that's $22 million. Let's just go by that. The music yet just a vibe now, feeling a hip hop. That's the network. The richest rapper is in $1 billion. Dr. Dre, Jigga, Diddy are almost $1 billion. The richest dancehall artist is $12 million. Shaggy, no. Shaggy is about 20 million. Sean Paul is about 12. Nebakazi baffe bazirina kitegeera naffe tusobola zikola tuzikwatako ezo tuzijoga. So at the end of the day tuteekwa okukyusa mu ndowooza of how we really understand things. As I laugh because right now tuyina empire that we are beginning to take over the world, and we are beginning to form like when COVID happened, I was meant to be performing in Israel. Whoever knew that I would be performing in Israel? I was meant to be in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem. So nobody can tell us anything, man. Obwongo buteekwa okukyuka tukyalowoleza mu bucket, yet we can swim in an ocean. Yeah, bro.
So actually, before we go to the next question, you get the manager, you talked about management, you talked about producers and music promoters. There's one thing I've noticed that is really disturbing the Ugandan industry. I wouldn't talk about the international industry, but I'll just have a comparison to it. Managers, what is your say with the relationship between managers and artists? One would just say, I'm going to Kampala, Ugandan artists thinks, when I say I want to manage you, they think I'm just bringing the bread to the table and you're not going to move a finger. And yet when you look at the artists who have made it out in life, they have stories to tell between their relationship with the manager, or they even have more than one manager. Yeah. So I wanted you to talk about the management between artists here in Uganda, the relationship between managers and artists here in Uganda. Well, what would you say about that?
So our very first you'll forgive me for going back in Luganda and English. Because right now we have a very diverse crowd that watches us, right? But one of the things that we need to first do is educate ourselves on the industry. Because Uganda, there are some things that have improved, but people think that the small things that have improved are the ones that are going to change the industry. I haven't seen any real change. That our industry has very, very gifted people. That's the problem. Nti bwe buzibu bw'okubeera ne manager akwata obukwasi ssente eza deposit nga zize n'asasula eza video n'alowooza nti omulimu guba guwedde. But in artistry, when you begin to study more, we are starting a culture which is very bad. And we are beginning to shame people for being intelligent and for people for trying big things. Instead of encouraging each other and seeing the strength of each other, they are beginning to shame intelligent people. How can you begin shaming intelligence and praising mediocrity? We cannot allow that to go on. And Uganda, but let me put it this way. They say knowledge is power. Right now we are very knowledgeable. We have a lot of knowledge. Right? And you don't give him a coin, you don't give him a meal. Knowledge is power. He will find a way of getting out of because knowledge is the source of everything. But you asked a question about the managers. One of the reasons why we started Baboon Forest Entertainment, and one of the reasons why we were successful, is because we were the only rap group that thought about aligning its management with the goals that we wanted to see. Some of the most money that I've ever made is because I managed to get endorsements from corporate companies all over. I think I worked with Pilsner. Yali Pilsner by the Pilsner Red Top. So we would go to companies and look for brands ngazetaga our help, and we had the numbers. I worked with MTN as well. I worked with Orange. Actually, I think I'm the only hip hop artist that has ever worked with all the telecoms. Ngata abalala bonna akola yo billboard emu ne chigwa. But I managed to work with all these endorsement companies because I'm magezi tulina, and because my manager was also a person who was very knowledgeable. Shout outs to my brother Emron. He was a very knowledgeable person that we would go to these brands that needed our help, and we would go to them with a marketing strategy, basically, that achieves both our objectives and objectives zabo. So in that case, artist obera wetaga business manager. And then an artist needs a personal manager. You get me? You see that those two are different. Business manager is basically to manage the artist's business, to manage the artist's money. The artist manager is but make sure that the money that is meant to come in on time, the artist tafira ku stage kukola show bisatu. There's no need of overperforming. No beranga buli chituli awali akazindalo yimbirayo. You get me? Ojja kutuka omugogo gwa bwerere. Osobola okukola show bisatu. You can do 300 shows. You can do 300 shows in a year, and the person can do a show on one weekend. Nemubanga mwenkanye. It's not about working hard, it's about working smart. But we're talking about it's about man. Twamanyiranye chokola n'amaanyi kola n'amaanyi chokola batso societies zaffe zisigadde nga zikyali njavu. Twamanyira kola n'amaanyi musajja watu n'obeerawo ng'okola n'amaanyi. Let me give you an example. Omuntu atunda ennyaanya buli lunaku ku katale, bamaama abo mbasaamu respect y'amaanyi nnyo. Naye omuntu atunda ennyaanya bw'afuna manager n'amala afuna katabanike ne kasoma mukko, kasobola omugamba nti maama mu kifo ky'okutuula mu musana enfuufu ekkubye gundi oyinza n'okulwalira waneeno bambi ku luguudo maama. Omanyi kye tugenda okukola maama, leero togenda ku luguudo. Kansooke nnoonye all the hotels ezeetaaga ennyaanya, because all hotels cook with tomatoes, right? Yeah, all hotels cook with tomatoes. So why can't I just go to these hotels and we begin supplying our tomatoes to all these hotels? Sente zijja kubeera ze zimu, ojja kusigala waka, ojja kusigala oli healthy. Sagala tokaddiwe bagambe nti no wamira nnyo enfuufu kati ate olwadde ne sente zikujjanjaba tetuzirina. That's being entrepreneurial, nti omwana oyo aba atandise okufuna skills za manager. Si bye bino mb'ogenda kuba weetooloole buli kanyomero obeere ng'ali gym instructor, okitegeera buli ssaawa buli wamu. But oteekwa okwebalirira obulamu bwo. Yeah, oteekwa okulabirira obulamu bwo, olabirire bafaani bo bawe quality music, nti buli lwojjo bakuba ekivvulu buli omu n'asiima, then they look forward to the next one. You need to do all of that. So your personal manager ensures that your health nungi. Your business manager ensures that your business and money comes in at the right time, that you're working with the right people, creates the brand for the artist. Mu Uganda tukyalina just nti bakwata bukwasi ziguddewo. Ate ne baleeta ne promoter ku mulyango artist gy'asula. So it's very defeat. It's a very, very defeatist mentality. But all that boils down to sente tukyazikwatira mu kikapu mu kifo ky'ozikwasa secretary as banking. Ate tutowooza nti no bwe zibeera mu kikapu mbu kyekyakabi. Temanyi kino sente tukyakwata na mpapula, tukwata gundi, tukwata kaadi. Sente zirina ku simu, sente ziri ku simu. Nze sikyakwata na cash ndwawo nomukwata. Sente zibeera ku simu. No. Essimu yange essaawa zino eno gitunulako butunuzi neggulawo screen nenyiga Apple Pay nekwata kukuuma wali eri, then I've paid something. Sente zikyazikwatira mu bikapu. Naye balowooza mbu ezokwata mu kikapu ne baleeta deposits nti ensi ebeweddeyo, nedda ensi nnene. Ugandans, we have a lot of power. We are blessed with so much. netuve mu mentality y'okuthinkinga small n'okupraising ebintu ebiri mediocre instead of encouraging each other, instead of bolaba ng'omuntu ng'akoze bulungi mu encouraging, because at the end of the day they could hold because they could hold the keys to you also stepping and going somewhere. So industry yaffe ejjuddemu abantu abalina very little knowledge, I'm sorry to say. Abalowooza nti industry yakubeerawo bugezi. Yeah, basically. But naye naffe tukyayiga. I'm also learning so much, but the difference is that I'm willing to learn and share with my brothers and sisters. You get me? I'm willing to experiment and try and fail so that I succeed.
100% perfect out there.
Yeah, we're
every day. It can even be from the person who you wouldn't even expect, from the lowest person.
Buli muntu oba oteekwa okumuyigirako owa boda, aba boda. Nze nina omusajja wange owa boda gwe neesiga ennyo bamuyita Joffrey yantwalanga ku boda olusi twakubanga shows anti nange natandika bwento. That's how I used to start. I used to perform on like the 31st, whether you had a car or you didn't have a car. If you wanted to really make money in Kampala, otambulira ku boda. Any big artist used to do that. Because oina 8 shows, all of them are booked. You have to perform. So I used to have my boda guy that I used to rely on. Ne guy oyanjigiriza ebintu bingi nnyo ku bulamu bw'ensi. Nga tubeerawo ne tunyumya emboozi. Basically twafuuka n'abaluganda, okitegeera. Joffrey nga nnyumiza emboozi ez'abavubuka, ng'abavubuka ne mutulawo ne mwenyumiza emboozi. Kati nga nze nnyumiza emboozi ey'ebitabo, nannyumiza emboozi ya ku street eya struggle. Yeah, and also the way that you can relate with people through conversation. Bajjajja baffe balina ekintu kye baateekawo. Nti around the fireplace, we used to convene and have the art of the conversation. You get me? We had the art of the conversation, and through conversation there was an opportunity to learn. Yeah. So through those opportunities to learn, you could learn from a young child, you could learn from an old man, you could learn from a grandmother, you could learn from a mother. So all of those people have something to teach us. Ne society yaffe omuntu kyakola tekimufuula tekina kyekimuggyako, because at the end of the day wa boda asobola okuwuninga ekizimbe mu Kampala. When the day comes, ng'omukisa gwe nga guzze lwaki nedda. You get me? So I don't look down on sina mulimu gwe nnyoma, sina muntu gwe nnyoma lwa mulimu gwakola. Buli omu musaamu respect ye ku kintu kyakola. So there's a lot to learn. We are still learning a lot. Ne society yaffe tetujja kukkiriza bantu ate batamanyi kukola ki kutubuzaabuza. I've seen people. I've seen people commenting on social media. I've seen some bloggers. I've seen some presenters. Nga bambi omutima gwe mulungi naye nga ensi engeri gyagitegeeramu tannaba kugivuna. Akyali mu primary ate alowooza nti ekiri mu primary kyekiri ku university. Musajja watu yakayiga ABC naye alowooza nti alphabet ebigambo ko bikoma. Tamanyi nti waliyo n'ebitabo, waliyo nti waliyo paragraph. Nenga Uganda, we are very, very gifted. We are very, very gifted. And to me, I see if we of people of our generation keep quiet, right? The next generation tegenda kubeera na mirimu. They're not going to be inspired to be great. They're just going to be inspired to be mediocre. So it's actually a duty, it's a responsibility of us as big brothers. It's a responsibility of us as friends, as family, because fena tuli wamu Uganda yaffe, okitegeera, to basically inspire other people, to share the knowledge that we have. It's a duty that I take seriously. That's why I named my company Baboon Forest, because enkobe zitambulira wamu. Baboons move in a unit. It's a troop. Emiti emito gye gigumiza ekibira. We need younger people doing what they do. So in the industry osobola okubeera nga mulimu Kanye West, nga musobola okubeera nga mulimu Lil Baby. That's what makes the industry diverse. Ne mu Uganda twamanyira nti watuka kubeerawo omuntu omu nga bakola genre emu yakuzina buzinyi ne kiggwa. Ng'okitegeera. No. Hip hop alimu ebika. If you look at the types of hip hop, Kendrick Lamar takola Migos kye bakola. Naye nga ate Kendrick Lamar ne J. Cole make more money than Migos. You get, which is funny. But tunulira ticket ya Migos ne ticket ya J. Cole. J. Cole charging a sente nyingi nnyo okusinga Migos. Ne bombi bali mu industry yemu. Bo ne bali mu industry yemu. There's no need for that. Nafuna mukisa, and I was invited to Kendrick's party mo LA. But everybody there was so calm and so chill. Katwa oina generation yaba Snoop, oina generation yaba Sugar Free. Ntibo music wabo was just about being gangster. You get me? Then no generation yaba Kendrick Lamar. Their industry and their generation is about being intelligent. It's about amplifying the intelligence and talking about life around them. It's about unifying and moving forward. So when I got a chance to be invited, I observed everything and I learned a lot. I saw some of the people who I expected would have an attitude. It's just a normal conversation you're having. You get me? And they're asking you about Africa because they're enthusiastic about connecting with the people back home. So hip hop basically can have 1,000 kings. There's never gonna be sichayagala ngule. Ngule sichayagala. And my role, because it's a yeah. No, it's about the greatest of all time. That's enough for me. You get me? You're gonna when you come from Kawempe and you dream about being the best rapper in Uganda and then you become it. So now I'm dreaming about being the best rapper in Africa. Why should I still just be the best rapper in one place?
Okay.
Yeah, why can't I reach out to something greater? My role, I believe, as GNL in Uganda's music industry is to inspire other young people to become kings.
True.
Did you watch The Lion King?
Yes.
What was? Do you remember the monkey Rafiki?
Rafiki.
So Rafiki was the baboon. Yeyagenda nechima Simba. Rafiki went and collected Simba where Simba had gone, and then Rafiki reminded Simba, right?
Yeah.
That he is a king. It was Rafiki that reminded Simba of his responsibilities to the kingdom.
Yeah.
To the kingdom. Yamugamba tata omwana yali wakabi vakuoli ska. Kingdom ye safaringa. Hip hop ali bubi okitegeera. Why don't you go back so that it can rain and we get the blessings and everything? The kingdom is waiting for you, my king. Okitegeera. So for me, my role in Uganda's music industry is to remind other kings that there is greatness awaiting them in their kingdom. If you observe the role of, I have to go back to the grassroots and find a new rapper and show him how to do things.
Okay.
I want to show him that the mistakes that I made, that he can do better, that he can add on and make more money. That he can feed a family. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you from there. Mm-hmm. I wanted actually, before we leave that topic there. You know when you came back during the holidays to Uganda?
Yeah.
I'm sure you noticed a couple of new faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And a couple of old faces. The first question is, why do you think waliwo abana abajjanga balina talent you will see umwana amanyi okuyimba, the future is really bright for them. Naye along the way, they just go MIA like toddamu nabawulirizaako.
Sorry to laugh. Yeah.
Potential.
Yeah.
But you will see potential. And we know there are financial problems that have come along the way. When you were starting, you were rich.
I was so poor, bro. I was so broke. I was so broke.
There's always a starting point. So why do you think this happens to artists? So many artists. And when you actually, as you were telling us why you think that happens, to worry the couple, you feel like their future is better. You think like they should stick to the game.
Yeah. Thank you for that question. Before I answer that question, Zamba, why don't you fuse Afrobeat? Why don't you, doesn't hip hop genre embrace Afrobeat? So when I see comments like this, I think about people who have not yet educated themselves before they type something. This is not an insult, but several peers. I've seen your comment. I appreciate your comment. But the thing is that or they just don't know what we have done. What's happening right now is not new. It's not new. Fusing hip hop with Afrobeat is not new. My new album Nsimbi fuses indigenous African instruments with hip hop, and it's why we have the Independent International Awards. The Tuwangu Day. Yeah. When I was starting out in Uganda, I fused the ngomenganda. Oluzani atandika rap ne ngomenganda wano in Uganda. Look for a song called Mwana wa Baba. That's Afrobeat, bro. Those are the African beats that we started with. So I'm still giving them a little bit of history. Hold on. So Oliyimbanga Kwate Simu Yo Ochikankane. These songs that we did. That's Afrobeat, my nigga. That's Afrobeat right there. So I don't know if it comes from ignorance. Ignorance simply means omutamanyi. Nze chintu bwemba nachikola in 2008. Ati sagala chiddamu mu 2000 whatever. I can do it out of enjoyment. Nabikola da. I've done all this before. This is not new to me. I can easily do that. Matter of fact, there is something I recorded a long time ago that I could release today, which is basically, I have no problem with Afrobeat. I totally have no problem with Afrobeat. But our conversation totally has been that I'm a 360 kind of rapper. Nzesikola just nkola za dance flows oka. Njakola poetry, njakola KOYIKOYI, njakola KOYIKOYI ani aliyama nkole ne chikankane, nkole ne story ya luka. There's a difference between all of those songs. But some people balemera mu chikankane because it's still ne formula nze na jibalage ya chikankane. So they are locked on kudance for loko kakwenjo kusibira. But at the end of the day, dancehall music does not really see a single color music. Mu Uganda is what makes music. Let me debunk that myth. So let me connect it to your question, Job Uziza. Lwaki abana bakuba akayimba kahiti then not addamu muwulira. You get me? Because artists mu Uganda balowooza nti no a hit equals money. My nigga. Kati wanene webabuliza industry, and this is why we have to talk. Balowooza nti no hit kwe kufuna sente. Wano ndaba abantu abalina ba Instagram followers nga bangi naye nga mukazi watu akyali mwavu. There's so many. So having so many followers does not mean money. Okubeera ne hit tekitegeeza sente. Mulabye abayimbi bameka mu Uganda babadde ne hit nga kati bali ku TV basabiriza. Am I lying? Am I lying or speaking facts? So at the end of the day, lwaki mukuliriza okubeera ne hit nga waliwo abasajja batalina hit nga nayina million 2. So at the end of the day, my people, why do we do this? Bw'osigala ng'okyawaanirira ebintu ebitaliimu magezi, omuyimbi ojja kusigala ng'oli ku zero ng'oli mwavu. Bw'owuliriza ebintu bye nkugamba essaawa zino eno, ojja kubeera ne career. Kati nze mazeko emyaka nga 3.5 nga sirinnye ku stage. Naye ng'ate ssente za music nzifuna. Waliwo omusajja ayiya music wa film bamuyita Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer is worth $200 million. Taina hit. Okitegeera? Bakikwata bubi ate ne basigala mu butamanya obusiru obuwuta ne balowooza nti buli muyimbi ajja kusigala nga mwavu mu Uganda. I'm seeing people educated Ugandans with free Wi-Fi. Bayasama bwasami balowooza buli muntu abeera wakwasamira. Bro, let me tell you something. What was I've lost my train of thought. Lost my train of thought. Nze ndabye abayimbi mu Uganda bangi atuuse emyaka 45 omusajja wattu akyafiira ku ka stage kubanga yeetaaga hit okubeerawo. Nze seetaaga hit okubeerawo. Obulamu bwange ye hit. Aboogera boogere nze weeyagalira oluyimba we ndukubira abafaani bange ne bafuna kye baagala nange ne nfuna kye njagala. Nze obulamu bwange ye hit. The hit is for my fans to enjoy. So when I look at my fans, everybody needs to understand their fan base. Nze omuntu abeera mu fan base yange abeera mukwano gwange. If you're in my fan base, if you're part of the Zambaland Nation, if you're part of Baboon Forest, we are friends for life. We are family. Tusobola n'okuyomba n'okufuna ekizibu ewammwe nsobola okutuukayo because we are family. We move together. If a person is outside of my fan base, I do not give a fuck.
True.
I do not give two shits about you. Everybody needs to understand their audience. So nze bwe nkuba oluyimba dear hip hop, aba hip hop balufiiringa because they understand where it comes from, they understand the story. I don't give a fuck if you dance kubidandali bya muoba bichi. I don't give a fuck. That's you. That's you. Do you. Let's do us. Lwaki mutulekana tukola ebyaffe? Lwaki ezaffe ze tukola ennyimba zaffe ne tufunamu ssente zaffe tufuuse global, we are doing our own thing. Lwaki bibeera tebibasumbuwa? So going back to that point, ndabye abayimbi mu Uganda batusize emyaka 45 bakyafiira ku stage tebalina ssente ziri awo zeeragisa ne investments eziri awo. Basajja batu bafiira ku stage bakyanoonya hit. DJ bwataka kuba siitawo. Ebyo nze nabirimu for the first 5 years nendyoka mmanya bino byonna bya kidongo. There is a better way of doing things and you like experience teachers fools. Okitegeera omuntu bwo repeating a mistake ezibeerawo industry tekula. That means now obeera musiru, obeera mujega, obeera muwuta. Kati osigalawo ng'owaana hit ng'ate olabye abantu abalina hit bafudde baavu n'ogamba omusajja bulijjo tubadde tumanyi nti nalina ssente. Mulowooza nti no hit kye ssente. So to young artists abali online right now, because ffe tusomesa amagezi tulina obwongo tulina tuche nze saagala kugamba mbuno natuuka kubanga nange waliwo bingi nnyo byenkyayiiya naye ndaba ebintu ebimu ebitonotono byensobola okukyusaamu and I can't keep quiet because I love my people, I love my younger brothers. I cannot see the next generation coming through of the youngest of we have the youngest population, second youngest population in the world. Saagala abantu, I don't want my younger brothers basigale mu bwavu bakole mistakes ez'abantu abazaalibwa mu gyensanvu ze bakoze. You get me? We kids of the 90s, we kids of the 80s should be different. So, the people who are listening right now, omuntu asobola okubeera ne hit abiri n'asigala nga mwavu. Omuntu asobola okukola ennyimba 5. UB4 tebabaleeta Kampala, I don't know babali bayisizaawo emyaka emeka. UB4 came and did a show in Kampala, parked at the Oval State Cricket Oval, right? Ngenyimba ze balina enkadde, they hadn't added on a hit. The songs that they had done before, just off the strength of their brand, they came and filled the stadium in Kampala. Las Vegas, I've performed in Las Vegas a few times. I've been lucky to perform and do Uganda on the Las Vegas stage or perform in Los Angeles. But every time you're there, olaba ekifaananyi nti Celine Dion oba Mariah Carey nti oba Britney Spears oba Lionel Richie. Omanyi Lionel Richie we yasemba okuyimba gwe guy wange. But Lionel Richie can go anywhere in the world and perform. The difference between the two, katika nkugereza Lionel Richie n'omuntu omulala yayinanga hit gwe bayita ba TLC. TLC, because they did not handle their business well, bakazi batu bakola n'amaanyi for years, but they ended up nga kye bajja mu music industry bwe buravu for busatu. Mandiga, industry solo gisagisa ne kutwala nga kaguddeyo. So, Nenga Lionel Richie can go anywhere in the world and be paid $1 million or $100,000 or $300,000 to be on a stage. So, it's about it's about having a successful song, not a hit song. A hit song can be played anywhere. So, let me give you an example. So that when Soda Gingerle played on radio, I didn't have a TV. People were telling me they were seeing me on TV. I didn't have a TV. I was still broke. I was still really broke. But when KOYIKOYI hit, you get me? When KOYIKOYI hit, bro, I was smart. Already I'd already put a few things in line. Nga bucket is on ezirembeka amaja we gajira zonna nzitaddewo. So netutandika kuba. So coming from okunsasula emitwalo 5 okuyimba ku show, the next time I was given 2 million. It was unheard of other rappers to even be paid that. But we go on stage and stand and be like, yeah, if the money doesn't get to my manager's pocket, we are driving off.
We are not performing.
We are not performing.
And even knowing your worth.
Yeah, knowing basically having a successful career. Having a successful career is more important than having 1,000 hits.
True.
But we have to unlock that mentality. We have to unlock just abantu abalina mentality eyekisiru okusiruwaza buli omu. Uganda yabagezi nnyo. There are so many bright people. So experience teaches fools. For industry tujimanyi, we now know. There's nothing new somebody can tell me about the industry that I haven't experienced. So to me the role is coming back home. And building a better platform for other younger people. Abajja. Ba fresh kid baberenga fresh kid asobola okufuna sente ze zonna ze yeetaaga.
Yeah.
You get me? So there's a purpose to doing these things. There's a purpose to evolution. There must be an evolution. If evolution had stopped at us being monkeys, would we be human beings?
True. Wouldn't be dripping.
If you believe in evolution, or if you only began growing at the age of 7, kubanga bamubongo balowoleza mu ABC bachali mu binary. If we stopped growing at the age of 7, how would we be more height nemundo was at twandibade tuliwa. So the industry, that's the same philosophy that we have to apply. Yeah.
So there's about they've gotten notes to the young out there who are trying to make it in life. And I also wanted to add on to that. Abana are so hungry. They are too hungry to make it. They don't trust the process. Omana ja ayagala kuberanga GNL Zamba. GNL who has been there for years and years and years. Just wants to come in one day and make it over that single hit. Same conversation you've just been having about making music that is going to last for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to the youngsters out there, to listen from the elders, listen from not even just the people in the music industry. You can get a lot of knowledge from the audience, the people.
Sorry for cutting you off. There's a lot that we can learn from each other. I'm also still learning. I go to Mr. Moses Matovo wa Frigo Nenjiga Ochitegeera ngende wa mwami ono Rwanjezi wa National Theatre. We sat down and had a conversation for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
I was learning from my elder. Ochitegeera. I can go and sit down with I don't know. I have so many friends in the industry. The thing is that I have so many friends in the industry. I have so many friends who are out of the industry. I have so many friends that I have to learn from. We have a lot to learn from. Nange kenyini nebyo kuyiga. Now obero inebyo kuyiga. You get me? We have a lot of growth to do. But what we are not going to allow is to stop the growth from happening. So we are thankful to be in this age where we can easily share. You get me? Where we can easily share. Our music has to evolve. Our music has to change. But at the end of the day, a successful career is a successful career. An artist never bang of the stage. I've been off stage for years. But I'm still making money from music. So it's about a better royalty strategy. It's about a better endorsement strategy. It's about a better marketing strategy, basically. Sibya kubeerawo just kagudde mu nsawo bataka kuba sibeerawo. Yeah, so I have a new album that's coming. Hip hop or classic before we go to the new album, before we go to the new stage. You need to know where you're from to know where you're going. So for all my hip hop fans that have been supporting me from day one, we have something special that's coming. It's called The Spear. And we also have a Nsimbi EP that's coming. You get me? We have a Nsimbi EP that's coming. So basically music is music. We are still learning, we are still growing. Nze wendi paka lubeerera sina gye ngende abantu abalumu omutwe nti ndo nkomyewo ngenda balumisa ddala omutwe kubanga ffe tugenda kwera olubeerera nabagambye nti I'm going to be here forever, bro. I'm going to be here forever. So nina kye nabagambye nti omusana tegufaayo oba Jupiter enyiize oba Pluto tekyali planet. The sun just shines because its role is to shine. My role is to shine. Greatness of no limits, bro. The role is to shine. So
goes down in the night and comes back.
So when I see negativity here, I'll keep on shining my light wherever I see it. Wherever my role is to shine. So
the light on the darkness.
Yeah, we shall always shine, bro. We were put on this earth to be the greatest that we can be. We're put on this earth to show love to each other. So with you, I think this is the very first time that we're speaking on phone, right?
Yeah, this is our first.
You gave me just off a connection that was made by somebody who is not even online with us right now. You get me?
Not even Uganda.
Not even Ugandan. Shout outs to Wamuhu. Wamuhu. Actually, I met her through fashion and designing.
Yeah.
But right now we're talking about, the industry and life, because at the end of the day, we are boys. We are boys. We have to talk to each other. We are Africans. We have to talk to each other in order to grow. Yeah.
I appreciate that. And
I appreciate that too.
You see, just sorry to cut you short. Now, even just for more, if I can take, Ugandans don't know how to socialize with people.
Mm-hmm.
You go to an event, someone is on their phone, someone is taking selfies. You never know who is even standing next to you. You never know. You just don't know people. That's the thing. But Ugandans are not so good with socializing. Like, whenever I go out to any event, I make sure at least I make 3 or 4 friends, or even more. Yeah, I put my phone in my pocket. It's the business card or my contact that is moving around, because you just never know where the next opportunity comes from. So just to add into that, Ugandans, we need to socialize. We need to learn how to talk to people. We need to know how to.
Yeah. Sorry for cutting you off. I think the best word is network.
Networking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, let me come to this point of as a black man with dreadlocks.
Yeah, black. Yeah.
The society judging you and your appearance in any place, probably in LA or even in Uganda. It happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Kati omanyi Troy oli musajja mugezi nnyo. So I've been planning to give a lecture. Basically, I usually give lectures sometimes when come away Uganda ngenda mu universities nengaba ku lecture, because fe tumanyi nti amagezi getufunye getusome tuteko gagabana muko. So nali I think I was in Makere a few years ago. And I was nali ntula paper yange ya environmental law, right? Oh shit, my iPad just died. Food day before. Yeah, nali ntula paper yange ya environmental law. Waliwo omusomesa bali bamuyita Nyakana, right? This dude gave me one of the most traumatic experiences I've ever had in my life. Nali ntudde musajja watundi mu deep thought ntunulira budde musajja najja nankuba pain mu mutwe. Nagamba, these things you're copying Americans. Nempulira obusunga. I felt like just nali njagala kuvaawo naye just mukube bukubi ng'oba wa rugby. But I composed myself and I was like, what do you mean Americans? To cut the long story short, that was, and yangoba mune mugundi nagoba mu paper. I had to go back to the university and advocate for myself. And omusajja ye mukyamu nti omusajja ye mukyamu and I was right, and these were the reasons that I gave the university. Omanyi olusi tutunulira abantu abo ne tulowooza nti no amagezi balina mangi nnyo nti ne batutegeerera, naye njagala otunulira generation ya abantu abacriticinga dreadlocks oba cornrows kale emyaka gyaba, and I mean this with no disrespect, I'm not trying to disrespect, naye waliwo emyaka nga bacolonialists batuyingiramu nnyo, that people do not even realize that when they see you plaiting hair bagamba akopa byamba America, but they don't look back to the inspiration that the Maasais or the Abanubi, no, our own history, just our neighbors, Abanande, Abamukongo, enviri bazisiba ebiswahili, Abanorthana, enviri bazisiba ebiswahili. You go to the Maasais literally have plaited dreadlocks. You go to Ethiopia, people have dreadlocks over there. Natural African hair grows down like this. You get me? Eringanga many ya lion, but botunulira, the reason why abantu disrespecting enviri mu Uganda. Nga balowooza mbuno ayina bino bye bamwedde oba ayina back bush bamuwa respect okusinga omuntu ayina dread. It's a colonial thing, kyava mu colonialism. So the colonialists balinganga very intimidated by African hair. So nga okukuyingiza mu maje, for you to become part of the service, the police service, or to become part of their education system, or become part of their church, they used to tell the Africans to shave the hair. Bazikende zidaya bazimwe kabirenga kagundi buberengo buviri butono. Because African hair is kind of intimidating in a way.
Yeah.
So baba gamba nga bazimwe zibere ntono. So the same mentality has come in our institutions. It has been there since we were colonized, pakakati. That abasajja bobota abalinanga zi afro lusoba ne babemwa basobola okugenda ne batta abantu, right? And the person with dreadlocks who preaches love, peace and harmony bajja kutunulira olinga ate alinganga ye mutuufu. So natunulira professor wange who is even a doctor, bali muyita Dr. Nyakana. I will never forget him. Nendabira ddala omusajja ali very misguided. That even in his education, he hadn't taken time to be educated in his African tradition.
Yeah.
So when he saw my dreadlocks yagamba tukopa byama America, and he wasted my time okumaliriza paper yange ya environmental nangoba mu lecture room, because akyalina colonial mentality eri nti okusala kenviri is what makes you a responsible human being. But a responsible human being, it comes from your actions, not from your looks. It comes from the things that you do. When you talk about doctors, some of the greatest surgeons have dreadlocks. We have lawyers who have their dreadlocks. We have basically your hairstyle you are not your hair. Your hair is just a fashion statement.
Just a moving vessel.
Yeah, and that's why you see we have people on TV bwayambale suit ne mulowooza mbuno byayogera birimu amagezi. You get me? But at the end of the day, basically, this is a very nice conversation. This conversation could go on for an hour or something. It's part of being liberated. Okubeera n'enviri zo nga bw'ozaagala. Kubanga nze sibeerangako na boss. I've never had a boss in my life. Since university, I've been my own boss. I've only worked for my companies. Even when I was signed to Shadrach, it was a partnership. On my first album, I'm still saying Baboon Forest because it's a partnership. He's just my business manager. Emron was managing Baboon Forest, and GNL Zamba was just like you have Jay-Z, Karim Biggs, Dem Dash. We're buying a trio, yeah.
Actually, before you move another step forward.
Oh no! Hold up! Let me stop you right there. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Jay-Z aina line wagamba. Look at my hair free, carefree. Niggas ain't this near free. You touch my people, I shoot for free. I promise you World War III. Jay-Z aliyagira mu kulimba balita what's free. Oku album ya Meek Mill. He's talking about a billionaire having dreadlocks. Do you know what that feels like? Omanyo kuberanga nga goteri akugamba ko bo enviri zo zikole kino. You're free. To be free means you can do whatever you want. My hair is like this because I chose a career that I wanted, I determine but nobody is going to tell me to cut them off. I'll cut them off because I want to, not because somebody else has decided. So that means people are not free, and we are not free because we are still in the chains that were introduced by imperialists and colonialists. And
actually racism started here at home.
You'll go to
school,
it will surprise you that how many racist things happen in Uganda. Africans benyini be bakikoze. I remember the first time. Yeah, I remember nagenda ne crew yange twava ku show, and I think it was me, Big Trill, and some of Big Trill's friends. So it was me, my girlfriend by then, Miriam, Big Trill, and these people, and I had my manager as well. Some other friend of mine. So twali movani after we went to Garden City, watched the movie, and I think we were getting out to the supermarket or something. And the guy came to me, like, oh, we need to search you guys. So, not searching, I was like, okay, fine. So he searched us. But then, when my wife came through, by then she was my girlfriend, I was like, what? What do you mean? So, natandika yato kulowoza mu mentality y'ebambi askari n'agamba katuweeraga kubanga yegwe GNL. Natategeera ntino why I'm criticizing him. Namugamba, you're not going to check the people after. Betuze nabo bonna if yayiseewo. The beauty is that my wife yali very considerate. Naye nalyoka n'agamba omusajja checking. You get me? Because we live in a society where feke nyina abewaka ate ffe twenyigiriza. That askari mu bwongo bwe, he has been indoctrinated that kala yoka jowe kitiibwa. Chovola nti abaana baffe babasazisako enviiri in the same school where the Asian kids stay, but our kids have to cut off their hair. Our nieces and whatever have to cut off their hair, as if amagezi bujjako enviiri zo tegasobola kutee. It's a thing of bondage. It's a thing of bondage. Tubeera twesibidde mu chains. Abaana babaleke basibe enviiri zaabwe nga bakyali bato. Abaana omusajja asobola okukola mu office n'afuuka CEO. Jay-Z is a billionaire, bro. There's nothing you can tell him. But I can right now I can employ a doctor. I can have a Baboon forest doctor. I can have a Baboon forest engineer. I can have a Baboon forest manager. All of them working for Baboon forest or working for Nsimbi. But Nzenganze ekikola sente is what I want. Nzenganze, my life is free. We as a people have to. One of the very first steps of liberating ourselves, of liberating yourself, is taking ownership of your own self. Gwe kennyini. Yeah. Ebintu byoyagala okukola byobeera okola. Don't do things because other people want you to do them. What you want to do kyobeera okola. Liberation. Look at my hair free. I'm carefree. I love that line. Look at my hair free. I'm carefree. You get me? You're free. The song is called What's Free. Go look it up. You're going to enjoy yourself. And you and I have dreadlocks, so we relate on that. I thought you were going to ask me what products do you use for your hair.
I'm sure there's some cocoa butter in it, some African products in it.
Watch out for the Delilahs trying to take your strength, bro. Okay, your Samson. So me and my partner Miriam, some of the best times that we have among ourselves is we have the best conversations when she's putting coconut oil in my hair. You get me? You get me? It's a very nice bonding moment between a husband and a wife. So when we're having our great time and we are watching a movie while she's putting coconut in my, it really feels good. I love having dreadlocks, bro. It's a very freeing thing. So she's a very expressive woman, free in her element. I'm a very expressive man, very free in my element. Our worlds can coexist in this world which seems so divided because fete bitukwata kwebyabalala. Ensi yonna bwetyo bweteekwa okubeera. You get me? Yeah.
Dope. So before we went to that, I was talking about the Platinum Entertainment. Before you ventured into Baboon Forest, right? There was Platinum, if I'm not wrong.
Both of them existed at the same time.
At the same time. Oh, nice. So that's what I was just trying to get right, because I thought you originally had Platinum Entertainment before you formed Baboon Forest.
So I have a story for you.
Yeah.
So Shadrach used to be a DJ. He used to DJ a night which we used to go to.
Yeah.
Twakubanga naliganga njagala nnyo hip hop naye nga njagala nnyo ne rock and roll. You get me?
Yeah.
So twalinanga night nga bagiyita rock naku lwokuna. So that meant that at university we used to go to rock night on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So beer was cheaper, and then we would scream singing along to the songs, and then when they played the rap music we would take the mic and rap. You get me? So I used to tell Shadrach all the time, and I would be like, yo Shade, I'm working on an album. This album is going to be dope. Nenga gamba pugambi, hey, okay. Then he would play music. Ngatantwala seriously.
Yeah.
So what happened is me and my friend Emron, my former manager is one of the biggest advertising agents in Africa cut.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you that both of us are focused on what we're doing. The dude is basically running advertising in Africa right now. So Emron and I sit down and I tell him about the idea that I have of the vision I have of Baboon Forest. And I'm like, dude, we can really change how people appreciate music in Uganda, how people do hip hop music in Uganda. So he's like, dude, that's so brilliant. Emron quit university and began managing G.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I might not be the only reason why he quit, but he became Ngabola Zuckerberg bagundi baba mu college bagamba college is not for me, let me go find my own path. So he did the same thing. So he began managing me and Baboon Forest Entertainment. Then natandikane kola ku agency babali bagita Fireworks, but I don't remember if it was Fireworks by then. So our hip hop has always had an advertising angle. Campaigns zemumanyi mu Uganda ezo zijechiri zipaka last zani zona campaigns zemumanyi zona all of them like have a hand of hip hop. Some of the copywriting has come from agencies as a hip hop from creative brains as if demo hip hop. When you see MTN Chikankane, that means we attached our businesses to advertising and we managed to make money out of that. So Baboon Forest already existed. Wadenga twali tutunda bakufuna all these moves that I'm telling you about. We already had the vision. Twajitandika tuli ku university in our final year because I told my friend, I'm not going to go to a place where mosquitoes have teeth. Basically, I did environmental management. And so when I was done, I was one of the best students in my year. So I was offered a job of Gendo Kole Yomomubende to be a deputy environmental officer. I was offered a job. So my parents were like, hey man, no, I was like, I'm not going to do a job. I'm going to call a hip hop. So the same things that I'm telling you about, resisting, all of them begin resisting because they love you, but they don't know what you're trying to build, so it confuses them. How can a boy refuse a job? But I was like, you know what, Dad, but so he wanted a degree. I got the degree, gave it to him, and me and Emron began Baboon Forest Entertainment, and my very, very first album was KOYIKOYI. So Shadrach comes on board when I had already recorded Soda Jinjale, I had recorded KOYIKOYI, I had recorded Dani Aliamanyi, and there was a song called Yenze, Musaja Story. Basically, the album was almost done. So when we released the very first song, twatwala kusanyo all these radio stations, and all the radio stations there's Gano Tuzanya. all of radio stations zagano tuzanya zagamba twagala music nga byakuzinira zinira muko anti music wabagundi. But I had soda gingerale, so I laid back, and by then I think my friends Gatimo and Rabadaba ngabafunye yoka kumani. That was the time. You get me? Yeah, so I was like almost depressed, but I knew what I wanted. So I began performing in venues and places to get my name up. You get me? So I used to perform from these basically I used to perform everywhere there was a stage. You get me? I used to perform everywhere where there was a stage, and by the time the song became successful, ngate ready ezaliziganye music wange ngamba please bring the song gamba temumalira budde namwe. I already gave you the song is already in your system, because Uganda tulina this thing kat right now mu Uganda is the same thing happening in Uganda right now that I see. Tubagamba nti bafani ba hip hop banji okitegera, but they don't believe you until they see. So even then nemyaka ejira nabagamba nti hip hop ayina bafani banji abatayagala nti fine bagenda mu bala ne mubalabanga muno abantu nga bazina ne bafani ba hip hop babera bazibu kubanga yibo atuka mu bala tazina. He could be having the best time. Ayinza kubanga ya singo kunyumirwa ngo kubyo oluyimba lwa hip hop naye anyenya bunyenya mutwe nga bwanyumye embozi naye nga muli abeera anyumirwa. So with hip hop is the same thing, that is right now it's the same thing that bafani ba hip hop banji they don't have a home. You get me? So when I began performing in Kasubi, in Tinda, Kawempe, and all these other places, one day wherever whenever I wanted to get my name up, the fans abali bagala music wange, they began demanding it on radios, the radios that had refused to play the music. You get me? So when the radios were calling me, telling me to take their song, I think the very first station to play my music was either Hot or Kabozi could be one. Kabozi could be the CBS Kabozi could be over Hot 100. Well, some of the very first, because ngabantu baba sama simu all the time. We want that soda gingerale, we want air recordings. So Eddy, I don't know what DJ it was. Na young ambant, a fan literally. Yakopo Luyimba nagende wa producer jetwali producing ya musaba, then he took it to the radio station and it's like, I want you to play this shit right here. Nze bidi ebiti byoko batebinyumira njagala kino. Yeah. So long story short, Shadrach hears my song and he's like, oh shit, this kid has been telling me he's been recording this album, I better take him seriously. So Shadrach begins looking for me, and I think ngatamfuna, because even those days my phone, I had a very tricky phone, ngolusi cover vako network, battery tekola bulungi, you know the hustle. Yeah. So Shadrach was looking for me, and everybody went to taberawo oba bamugamba nakavawo. So he's looking for me for like literally a month. So he would come to the place where I used to stay, Ngabamugamba on Tulye, or he'd come to the university, GNL left a long time ago. So he would go looking for me in places. Until one day, I think I was just moving on Kampala Road. I think I was with a friend called Will Smalls. So Shadrach just parks behind us and he's honking. He's like, hey, guys. Jagamba G, I've been looking for you, and we hoping to is kind of unatubuza mugenda wa. I was like, okay, we're going to Club Silk in the night. Net tugenda kusokera waneno kugundi kunando Tulye chimere tuloke tweyongereyo. So it's like, dudes, your dinner is on me. We have business to discuss. Tuloke tugende mu chibala later. And the funny thing is that when I got into Shadrach's car, is the very first time I had myself on radio, because I'd been told that the song was playing on radio, but the song, I'd never had the song. So it's very funny that when I was in the car, that's when the song played. So long story short, we shoot the very first video. Soda Gingerale. And I remember I was shooting the video for KOYIKOYI, and I told Didak, Didak now young one, a black president in a swearing in. So we didn't even finish all the other scenes for KOYIKOYI. Because I already we knew what we wanted, but I also wanted to see history being made. Barack Obama was signing in. You get me? Yeah. So that's how I remember. So I already had a company before Shadrach came on. So when he came in, it was a partnership of Baboon Forest and Platinum Entertainment. He helped us with organizing us and the networks that he had. We networked better. We had a very good working relationship. Emron and Shadrach had their things going on, but at the end of the day, they made GNL the brand that he became.
True.
Yeah.
So amongst your albums, yeah? You know, there's Speaking Vernacular, there's Zamba Land, there's Uganda Yafe.
Yeah. Shout out to the people. Shout out to the people on my Instagram. Shout out to the people on my Facebook. YouTube got disconnected, but I think right now it's uploading.
Okay.
Yeah, you had a question.
So I was asking amongst your albums, which of the albums did you relate to? A manual album, no, you take a more good day, no younger, yeah. The gospel is going to reach the right people.
Yeah.
So which of the albums do you think you really related with more amongst the albums you have at least put out there?
How do I put this? So buli album yange nze njagala, and I love for me repetition bores me. Bwenkola oluyimba nga lulifutse successful sifuuka nga ate bayimbi balala nti oddemu okubaawo okuba ekyo kyekimu ng'ennyimba zonna ziringa ezifaanagana okola remix 10 ate olyoka ogamba abantu mbu music akoze eki mbu nkyusiza oluyimba nkyusiza style. No, the beat is the same, it all sounds the same, the delivery of the lyrics is the same, byoyogerako era still byonna byebimu. Ova waneeno n'okuba muntu n'amanya ogenda kulandinga waneeno, so nga style kumpi yemu. Kati nze bibeera bimbowa tubula nti style ya ensi wekuba blosi ya style ya Wuba Akatambaala. You get me? One is calm, it's more like storytelling. The other one is let's get hyper. Kati wano tukuba kisaawe Wuba Akatambaala. But I think my best album is the album Jenaka Kola. The one that I'm yet to release, and Ojengendo Kuta, Jebaita the Spear. I think to me is my best album ever. It's my best work ever because it has taken me time to create. I've taken 2.5 years creating it. So the rest of the albums, all those are my babies. Nze ne bwesongerako music already nina catalog nti bafaani bange gyebali basobola okujja ku show. I forgot to tell you something. When nagambiranga bagayi nti no hip hop I never fan nga tebabelievinga, but twakola show. When we decided to make a show, all the hip hop fans ne bajja by sawa satu ng'ekisaawe kikubyeko.
Yes.
Chaddondo nga tujijuza because by then Chaddondo yali open to people. It was one of the biggest venues wasobola okukolera ekivu. So Chaddondo yonna twajijuza. At 9 p.m. ne batandika ate okubeera surprise anti mwana tubali totumanyi nti no totubitege. We changed the system, bro. The system twagikyusa. For even a rapper to get a chance, I changed that system. We changed the system. After changing the system of how we do events, netuddamu ate netukola country tours. We changed that system too. Okuva kwa eyo system, netudda mu system nti kati yo branding netudda mu system nti kati yo branding ze t-shirt nti oyambadde brand y'omuntu n'agula engoye. We changed that system too. We also changed the system of management nti oyawula business manager ne personal manager. Who has ever had two managers in their history wano mu Uganda? So you have Shadrach and then you have Emron, two very powerful people at the same time. So we changed that system. Spete tukyusa system emu yokambu ya kulinya ku stage. No kuwuba Akatambaala ffe twabireetera. Basically, when it comes to setting trend, kuwuba Akatambaala oba kuteeka hip hop because of danceable beats and you make a hit, chikankane. Kuwuba Akatambaala nti okubya ekivulu stadium yo neewuuba Wuba Akatambaala. Nsimbi kuba blood. You want to make a song, a hip hop song for about encouraging the youth to through depression. Nsimbi kuba blood. You want to do KOYIKOYI to let people know you out here to dominate this whole world. KOYIKOYI. You get me? Like they ani aliamanyi. To me the catalog Jenina never fans Benina. My people love me. I know my fans love me. I'm not scared of anything. When I put up a show, but fans by GNL, Esawas no bebalina sente. No, plus they are the ones with the money. They will turn up because I have the young kids who love GNL because they've been listening to the music. They have never seen me perform. And then we have the people who love the art and now have the money. Bebalina said, benakubiranga mu 2009, 10, 11, paka 15. Kati bebalina sente. Bebali mu offices abagamba, bro, when should we do this? They want to buy a table, they want to buy this, they want to represent basically. They want to represent for the culture. They want to represent for the culture that they love. And it's the same thing. Tugamba aba radio ne TV, nti hip hop alina abafaani baayo, alina abafaani be. Naye abawoggana ku ma radio ne ku blogs baagala okusiruwaza ffe kye tumanyi. Because I have a website called GNLZamba.com. The number of people that download songs on my website is enough to tell me what I need to know.
Yeah.
The reach that I have on my Facebook or on my social media whenever I go on, YouTube nakaje reactivating echali mpya moko. But when I go to online and I see the reach that I have, I'm basically a TV station.
Sure.
So I realize the power that I have. I know my crowd. I basically know my crowd. So if we have the numbers and we have the structures that we need, the power is in our hands basically. And see, the world is ours. Abatuzala wabonera tugenda organizing a show. We are going to organize a show. Ekivulu kikubeko. Era bajja kubunira. So for me, ngabwe nagambi nti this is a fetuli musana, omusana gubeera mu position abali ku art ne batandika okukasuka amayinja bayomba n'ebire. Let them do their thing. We'll do our thing.
Sure.
We'll do our thing. We'll keep on creating the positivity for Getwagala, doing the music that we love, sharing opportunities, sharing love, and we move on. And at the end of the day, we'll have very peaceful careers, very peaceful existences, and the quality of life will be different.
True.
That's what I'm here for.
This has really been a great conversation.
Yeah, man, for real.
As we are winding up, I just wanted you to say something about mental health. Avuka abajeyo, the world is probably ending on them, and the world is crumbling on them. Maybe I work for them and just give them some hope. And if GNL can make it, anybody out there can make it.
Yo, man. There is one thing I have to tell anybody. Bobango inacho itamo sawa's name. Bobango artist, obatoli artist, oli musajja oli ku hustle zo. You're doing your hustle, basically.
Yeah.
All you have to do, mu byonna by'oba okola is soka wekkiririzeemu ky'osooka okukola.
Yeah.
The second thing is be open to learning. Because when you're open to learning, you easily listen and improve on how you do things. Right?
Yeah.
The third thing is when you consistently do something, Katonda teyerabira bantu be. The universe always rewards people. We're sticking a kumazima. I'll give you a simple trick. Which I really believe works. Abantu abatayagaliza banabwe, the universe also rarely rewards them. When you don't like, when you feel bad when you see other people succeeding, and you create negativity, that negativity still has to come back to haunt you. But when you see other people and recognize the strength within them, and you learn from them, the universe somehow rewards you for I don't know. It's a very funny phenomenon. The more you do good, you expect good. Abantu basirana nnyo mu industry ne babeera ne stress kubanga tebaagaliza. Omuntu atayagaliza in whatever you do oba industry oba in whatever you do mulimu gwonna gw'okola, obanga toyagaliza obeera ne stress mungi nnyo kubanga oba olowooza ku balala bye bakola. So it adds on to your mental health. naye nze nga Zamba ebintu byensinga okwagala mu industry yange oba mu mulimu gwenkola nti ze sirina muntu gwenyigiriza mu bulamu bwange. So when I got to switch off my light, when I got to switch off my light to go to bed, I sleep peacefully. Nebaka n'emirembe. Ne waliwo abantu nga alowooza ku gundi kyakola n'abeera online buli ssaawa nga agamba gundi akoze eki. Then aliwa kati akola ki bannange laba ate bw'ayambadde kati obeera nga you're haunted by other people's achievements. The second other thing is bw'obeera ng'okoze if you do something bad to other people naawe kitegeere butegeeze nti kiteeka okukomawo kikola eki kikuaffecting. Waliwo abantu abakyagenda mu doing their juju. You get me? So I'm told stories. I don't believe in this shit basically, but I was told stories that, and this was a friend who told me that yagenda mu this juju shit. Naye nangamba mwana mbeera neebase ebintu ne binzijira ekiro. I was like, bro, stay away from me. You get me? So naye gwe bw'obeera ng'okola bibyo nga you're succeeding in your own thing, you don't even have to go into that. Let them deal with that. Let them deal with their own shit. You do your own thing. Shine like the sun. One thing that chenjagala ku-inspiring on this second time, njiyita the second coming, ku mulembe gwa Kabaka Zamba too. Anyway, I said I don't want engule. Sagala ngule jenjagala right now. Yangule ya ku-inspiring bannange. So when I come back to Uganda, this time, you Troy, and now I task you with this, that we should fight to inspire a community. Community yafe yetaga inspiration. But tuleka Uganda oku backsliding into negativity. If we leave Uganda to backslide into negativity, we are not going to throw your back. Yeah, I was talking about if we as people of this generation to take oku inspiring positivity mu culture yaffe. Uganda bannange yali nnungi nnyo. Uganda kati efuuse mbi kubanga buli muntu ayagala kusikangana. Kati I want to be an example. I don't want to pull ropes with anybody. I'll be an example. I don't want to pull ropes with anybody. I just want to start inspiring other young people to do better. So if you as Troy now, if you inspire someone else to do better, if we can't do better, we'll let other people do better. Because we'll start wishing the best for each other and we'll start growing from there. So omulimu ogusookera ddala tuteekwa gwekolako mu ngaffe. You get me? We must deal with ourselves first, because if you have self-hatred, you find space to hate other people. But if you love yourself so much, if you put so much love in your heart, you leave no space for hatred. Omutima ogujjuza obwagazi n'otalekawo space ya bukyayi. Kati ekyo kitegeeza nti omuntu weeyagala nga bw'oyagala neighbor, naye tosobola kwagala muntu mulala nga bw'oyagala nga teweeyagala. So first love yourself, then begin spilling that love over to other people. Omuntu eyeyagala alina space okwagala abantu balala, because love yaba takyalina wagiteeka. You have nowhere. The love comes in. If you fill your heart with love, love begins spilling over to other people. But when you allow hatred to come into your heart, you're going to start exhibiting negativity even in the things that you do. So the very, very first thing I should do to encourage the people online abali tormented nti tebintu bigenda bulungi. First of all, I stand with you. I've been in that situation before. Before KOYIKOYI, I was going through this very same struggles you're going through, maybe even tougher. Maybe even a tougher situation, because nze nva Kawempe, I come from Kawempe. Wenva waavu nnyo mwana. Nze natuliranga abaana b'abagagga nange nga mbeegomba. Okitegeera? But instead of hating, I began working on strategies to improve myself. And now I can say, nze sinatuuka gye njagala genda. But now I can say at least I'm somewhere on my journey. I'm still a very young man. Nkyali mu myaka gya Yesu, okitegeera. So I still consider myself a very young man, that my journey has even just begun. You get me? My journey has just begun. So, so I will not do things that are going to impinge upon my happiness. My happiness at this very tender age that I'm on ntunulira abasajja nga ba Idris Elba, ba George Clooney, notunulira the young people even in Uganda. When I look at some of the successful people in Uganda, bali in their 50s, fetukyali mu 30s. You get me? We're still in our early 30s.
Yeah.
We are still building basically to reach our 50s. Waliwo emyaka mingi nnyo okutuuka 50. The journey is still long. Nze ne mu Uganda, you get me? We have to really grow. This journey is we are still very young people. We still have a lot to do to influence others. We still have a lot to do to contribute positively to our society. So, when we begin doing work on ourselves, we leave no space for negativity. Ate n'ekirala, bw'olaba nga this is advice for other people. Bw'oba ng'olaba nti waliwo accounts ezikukwasa obujja. If there's an account that makes you feel bad, unfollow it. Unfollow it. Follow positive accounts that inspire you. Follow people that inspire you. Unfollow negativity. Follow accounts that inspire you and accounts that accounts that provide knowledge for you to improve upon yourself. Because the biggest room in the world is for change. The biggest room in the world is for improvement. So follow people that inspire you. Follow people that encourage you. Basically, there is a lot to be done. Mental health in Uganda is still one of those things nti bakyaki blaming kunjaga because the society has misdiagnosed itself. Okitegeera buli kimu bagamba njaga ne beerabira nti no mu bulamu abantu batabeera na mirimu babeera ne stress ne batandika okutabuka natandika okulowooza ebitakwatagana. Basically, we have a drug problem, but we also have a mental health problem in Uganda, which we are still misdiagnosing. Buli kimu bagamba, and the politicians politicians, TV station, ezimu, the scapegoat that they use is injaga. Injaga yemukozesa bino. Injaga yekoze biki. Yet ne beerabira nti abantu babeera ne stress, abantu babeera ne stress ebaleetera okutabuka. Uganda waliwo ekintu kye tujjewo kye twetaaga okukomyawo in order for our society okuhealinga some of the mental health stress that's being caused, and that's having genuine friendships. Bannayuganda twesinikiza nnyo ebinnyo, oli n'asinika ebinnyo, but the genuine friendship is really lacking. A genuine friend will tell you what's up. A genuine friend will speak honestly to you. Tajja kukwekereza. A genuine friend will tell you when they are angry, but Ugandan people just laugh even when they are angry. So there is a mask. Just take the mask off. We need to take the mask off. Begin having honest conversations with each other. Twogere twenyumize nga mugamba omuntu mwana stress ankuba nibeera si nnungi naye abantu beebikirira n'asafaringa yekka kati bw'osafaringa wekka stress ogenda omwongerako. Yet if we begin sharing knowledge within each other, oyinza okusanga nga the solution to your problem is your neighbor, but your neighbor doesn't know. Tubuukira nnyo, we have embraced so much of a fake lifestyle that we've ignored what's really real. And what's really real is that we are existing. Bojjako Facebook ne Instagram, there is life. Naye abantu balowooza obulamu bubeera ku Instagram na Facebook. This is fake. Waliyo abantu there are people that I follow naye nga tebalina na Instagram, tebalina Facebook. And they're some of the biggest brands in the world.
The most successful people in the world.
Yeah. When I talk, I feel like I'm always flowing with so many examples because I believe platforms like this offer teachable moments for our people. I was one time in a meeting in Kampala, right? And this was a management meeting. I will not disclose with who. But I was being told, GNL, why aren't you so active on social media? Why aren't you nice so much in people's faces? But then I was like, bro, omanyi brands mmeka abantu abalina sente abatalina ku social media. Mumwe kimulooza nti okukola sente oteeka kubeera ku social media. Waliwo emmotoka abantu ze bagula nga tebaza advertising na mu magazine. Zi Rolls Royce Lincoln zogisanga mu magazine mbo bakoze advert yayo. There are no adverts for these things. But these are some of the most luxurious cars. These are some of the most luxurious items. There are people that I follow in business, but these people don't even have social media because social media takes away the time. It takes away their time for creating. But we as artists only exist on social media because we connect with our fans, and right now because it offers a space for other people to learn. Contributing. So for us, we use social media to contribute to the good of the society. Now, social media is not everything. People have so many social media, so many followers. Then we sang and a follower. There is no money in it. Nayate no sango linga taina na account na. So I'll give you an example. Dave Chappelle is one of the funniest comedians. Taina Instagram. Jay-Z aina just parody account. Tabirimu ebintu byamwe byekito tabirimu. Talina Snapchat, talina chi, but he banks money. I always use Jay-Z as an inspiration because to me, I've never seen a man rise from the poverty of New York, Mercy, to become one of the most powerful black men in the world. Isn't that inspiring? Why do people want to be only inspired by mediocrity? Why can't you just be inspired by greatness? Why can't you be inspired by the greatest of all time? Mukifo kya Muhammad Ali ayagala obeera inspired by Nyama ya Luogo or akube ebikonde by'oku kyalo, or what do you want the greatest of all time? You get me? So I see so many things that we can learn from each other. I see so many opportunities for going forward. But we as a society, you and I, our generation, has a duty. Because abana bazalibwa mu myaka gy'ensanvu, Uganda has this generation of people who were born in the 70s that saw so much war, that the only way they think they can survive is by stepping on the toes of other people. And we have a duty to inspire a new generation and of positivity, a new generation of support. And the way that I always look at things for me as an African is in a Pan-African sense. The chokola sina pate jempagira siwagira movement siwagira side nze bonna batwalira mu kastobera ngoli muddugavu then oli wa pate yange. True. You get me? I'm all about unification of our people in the diaspora back home, abali mu South America, abali mu Jamaica. The vision has to be a Pan-African vision. We're not going to divide and rule is a tool of oppression. So we should find space to unite. We should find space to have conversations like this. We should have space to grow. Yeah. Thank you for the interview. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, it's been great catching up with you. At the time, inshallah, provided God gives us life.
Yeah.
And to the audience out there, I hope. A lot. Because old person, bakulu bagamba, awulidde. The word that will deal with you, because my word from the wide is always at least something you can reflect on in life.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And God bless.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Before I go, I must congratulate winner Yawangude GNL Dia Hip Hop Challenge. Yawangude dollars bisatu bamwita Kadabra. I think I'll be reaching out to him. I haven't had a phone call with him yet. A few things that we have to share. I also remember nange natandika mu kuwinninga yali East Africa competition yali ya freestyle.
There's another challenge coming up.
Yeah, I began by winning a challenge of freestyle. So I want to begin giving opportunities like that to our people through Baboon Forest Entertainment. We have so many other projects. Projects are for Zabantu. Our projects are for people. They are for young people. Our projects are hip-hop projects, basically. Baboon Forest is a hip-hop brand. It's an East African hip-hop brand, basically. I want to create opportunities for people here in Los Angeles and also back home. That's my goal. I want to create projects ezitwala hip hop forward. Kwanga hip hop yetaga space yayo naye existing abantu abamunyumirwa nabo baberenga balina platforms zaabwe. So we have another challenge that's coming. Agenda kubeera ya $10,000. But this one is going to be very, very exciting. I warn you. For everybody who is talented, this is going to be very, very exciting. I think it's going to really, really be big. In terms of how it's going to impact the lives of young people, not expanding obongo of where we can collaborate and take things forward. So go on to GNLZamba.com. I'm going to be posting some articles and some new music, basically. about what's going to be happening in the coming weeks. Nekirala album yaffe egenda fuluma Baboon Force Entertainment Challenge empya ya $100 participate in that. Ekirala mpozi kyenerabiddeko konako is what? Put love into the world. That's it. Katukomao. Ebisigadde mubisange ku GNLZamba.com. Yeah, put love into the world. All right, man.
Hey.
Cheers. Peace and love.
Cheers, bro. Peace and love. All right, bye.
Cheers. Yeah. We had a very nice conversation. Thank you to everybody that listened in. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Nja kubamba bulira date ya album kwegenda okufuluma. Challenge ya feddako ya $10 ze million nga 3 n'emitwalo 7 simanyi exchange rate kwezi sawa zino. Naye mugyetabe mubanga towangudde ku guno omulundi waliwo opportunities ez'okuwangula walala. Waliwo abaweereza videos nga ndaba nina ennyimba ezensobola obbateekamu so ne bw'oba towangudde Kadabra yawangudde naye bw'obanga towangudde waliyo omulundi omulala nawe gw'osobola okuwangula. Basically ekintu kyaffe tukikume basically hip hop let's grow our passion and let's also grow in terms of how we serve our community and leave legacies and impact people. I only aspire to inspire, but all of that fire comes from you, my people. I love you so much. Let's meet here on another day, another time. Mbagala nnyo. Peace and love. Go on to GNLZamba.com. Oh shit, I had forgotten to tell you guys. Waliwo video gye directinze, video yange esembayo gye directing, esookera ddala gye directinze, tugenda kubeera nga tugifulumya those a week ngeno. I will be debuting my very first video as a director. Mwebale nnyo okunsabira kati nsobola okudirectinga film, nsobola okudirectinga video. Thank you. We'll keep on growing in all the areas. Twabagamba, thank you for the support. From Soda Jinjale, KOYIKOYI, ani Yamanyi, Dear Hip Hop. Nsibwe kuba blow nawe jikube punch. Time ya quarantine maniti ne tough na yele merako. God bless.